Hello there, Cryptowisers. It's your good friend Milton here, back with another video for you. So yesterday I posted this video here, 12 altcoins for. Thank you so much to the 200 of you who watched it. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I had not made a video in over 6 months. So we are pretty much just starting from scratch here at Cryptowise. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching the videos. Really appreciate if you smash the like button, comment on the video, and if you're really gung-ho, even share it with your friends, because I need your help to let people know that Cryptowise is back. And if you are brand new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I bought during this dip over the last couple of days. As I said over on Twitter yesterday, buy the dip doesn't apply all the time. But if there was ever a dip that it did apply to, it's this one. This is a gift to those who had yet to pack their bags for the bull, enjoy the Xmas sales. And I stand by that. Okay. So buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. If you've been in crypto for a while, you have heard that a ton. Sometimes it is right and sometimes it is not. When this bull run ends, there will be a dip not to buy because things are not going to bounce back. They're just going to keep going down, 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 down. I am someone who really adheres to the 4-year cycle. Every cycle is going to be slightly different, but if you've been in crypto for a long time, you know how similar these cycles are. And timing is everything. Look, I wish there was a way I can guarantee you that you could make money in crypto. I cannot do that. No one can do that. All we're trying to do is make the right choices that have the best probability to make us money. It's all about probability. It's like a poker game. When do you go all in? When do you raise? When do you fold? All you can do is go on the probability that you're playing the best hand. And right now, a dip at this time in the market is just a sale. It is just a Christmas sale. And so, yes, I was packing my bags. I was buying coins that I really, really liked that I missed out over the year. They had pumped really hard and I hadn't bought any yet. So this week I used it as a chance to buy some of those coins. I'm going to be telling you in this video what coins they were. I'm also going to be talking about a new coin that came out over the last week or so. It's not one that I own, but I want to make sure that on Cryptowise, I'm not just talking about the tokens that I own, the projects that I own. I really want this to be a channel where we all learn as much about as many of these altcoins that are out there as possible. This one, I think, is a key one to have on your radar. And so I'll also be talking about that coin in this video. It is a coin I have never talked about on Cryptowise before. All right, guys, before I jump into all of this, do me a favor, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And more importantly, by the end of this video, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What are the altcoins you want me to talk about? Which ones are you buying? I really want this channel to be a conversation between you and I, a place where as a community, we can come together and talk crypto. Speaking of which, earlier today, I was on a crypto spaces with Sui Legend, at the Sui Legend. So I'm teaming up with the Sui Legend, and you might notice from his name that he is big into the Sui ecosystem as I am, but he is pretty much a Sui maxi. We're going to be doing a ton of Twitter spaces, some on his channel, some on mine. So make sure that you're following me on X at Cryptowise, guys. And if you ever see that Sui Legend and I are doing a spaces, jump in, because that's a place where we can have direct conversations going back and forth, which I love about it. I'm going to be using the X spaces to also do some interviews with different projects. As much as I'm going to be utilizing the YouTube channel this cycle, I'm also going to be doing some X spaces so that basically I can almost talk crypto 24/7, which is what I love to do. All right, a piece of news came out today that I thought was worth mentioning. Aptos Labs CEO Mo Sheikh quits, Avery Ching to take his place. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know that this time last year, I was really debating between Aptos and Sui. They are the two projects that came out of the Facebook DM project. As I was doing my research into the Move language, which they both use, and the two different projects, I thought, do I invest in both of these projects? Do I choose one? And as I was doing my research, Sui to me really stood out as the project out of the two of them that I wanted to own. So I went all in on Sui. I did not buy any Aptos, but they are still a major project in crypto. And this is big news that Moshe is quitting. The good news is that Avery Ching is taking his place. So really, I don't see this as being that bearish for Aptos. Aptos still has amazing partnerships and investors. Avery Ching, who was also part of Meta, came over to create Aptos. Him taking over, to me, that's going to be a seamless transition between him and Mo. So I think this is totally fine in Aptos. But if you are an Aptos investor, what do you think? Are you worried about this at all? I do think that change anytime creates a little bit of fear because you just never know. Obviously, it could be an improvement, but it could also be not as good. And you don't know why really he left. Obviously, they're going to say all the right things. And he's saying that he just wants to have different challenges and stuff, that it was time, blah, 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 blah. But you don't know. Was something going on behind the scenes here that really pushed him out? Were they really fighting over something? You just never know. Did the investors want him out? You never know. I do know that a couple of years ago in the Polkadot ecosystem, Gavin Wood, who was the creator, founder of Polkadot, he was the CEO at first of Parity, which is the foundation behind Polkadot. And he stepped down and there was a lot of FUD saying, oh, Gavin's leaving, this and this and this. But really what he wanted to do was go back to becoming a developer again, working on the development of Polkadot. We've seen him make incredible strides with Polkadot on the tech side of things, and he was much better utilized as a dev than as a CEO. That was a plus for Polkadot. On this side, it sounds like Mo is going to stay on as an advisor. That doesn't sound as good as him saying that I want to step back and get my hands dirty again on the creation of things. You never know with these big changes. To me, this is kind of a neutral sideways move for Aptos. I wouldn't be worried if I was an investor, but let me know in the comments what you think. All right, guys, let's start talking Christmas shopping, cryptos. We saw a pretty big dip in the market this week. A couple of days ago, this started, and this is in crypto bubbles now. You can see the weekly bubble of each of these. These are the top 100. And you're seeing a lot of these big projects are down 20, 25% still, up to 30%. You've got a couple of outliers. You got Fartcoin. You gotta love crypto, only in crypto. And the whole market is tanking. You've got something like Fartcoin up 55% this week. And there are a couple outliers also this week, and we'll be talking about those later in the video. But to me, this is like walking into Walmart and seeing that everything is half off or a quarter off at least. Where we are in the cycle, to me, I'm not worried at all about this dip. I'm using it as a chance to buy. Now, some of you out there might be going, Milty, what are you talking about? I got no money. How am I supposed to buy? I'm all in the market. Well, look, I have been there before. Trust me. One of the cardinal rules in crypto, you have to have some stable coins on the sidelines. I've definitely been in the position where I don't have any left. I'm all in. I've bought the dips and then didn't take profit. And then there's more dips and I don't have any money to buy back in. I learned from those mistakes, and now I always have some stables on the sidelines. So even with this dip, I did not deploy my full stable coin bag yet because I know rule number one for me is I have to have some stables left. So I did make some purchases, but I kept some stables just in case we go down further. I expect we bounce back from this, and we've already seen a bounce, especially in some specific altcoins. So the key for me is as we keep going up is to ladder out a little bit. So I rebuild that stable coin bag that I have so that I am ready for any major dips in the bull run. If this is your first bull run in crypto, know that there are going to be many big corrections. There always are in bull runs. It is not something to be worried about right now. But I will tell you, keep watching Cryptowise. I will be honest with you guys. If we were seeing this correction in April or May of next year, I would be more concerned. But right now, I think January is going to be huge, especially running up into the inauguration of Donald Trump. So I think we're going to definitely have a much bigger pump than this dip was in the next month or so. So for me, this is a buying opportunity. Now, look, I have my big bags already of my really key coins, a couple of which are Solana, of course, and Sui. So I did not buy more Sui and I did not buy more Solana. But if you don't have big bags yet of either of these, and these are ones you want to build, then I would, of course, bought more of this week. Okay, so the big blue chip coins, for me, I've already packed my bags of these over the last couple of years. I'm either staking, I'm in DeFi, so I'm even accumulating more on a daily basis. So these dips for me are going to be used for either bags I don't have already or for more riskier altcoins. But as you can see, Solana went down under 180 bucks. It's only back up to 192. So in my mind, Solana is still a really good buy here if you are not happy with your Solana bag yet. Sui, on the other hand, bounced back super quickly. So it went down to about $3.50, which would have been an amazing buy. The other thing to know about these dips is they happen quickly. If they are just shakeouts of leverage or market manipulation, which we see a lot in crypto still, then the dip happens very quick and the bounce back can happen even quicker. So you don't have a lot of time to buy these dips if they are just shakeouts. It would have been beautiful to buy some more Sui at 350. I was not concentrating on accumulating Sui here, but now that it's back up to 450, it's not really on sale anymore. If you don't have Sui, but you're interested in it, for me, it's more of a DCA play. Just keep, add it to your DCA. For me, that would be Bitcoin, Solana, Sui. Those are really the three coins that I am focused on continually accumulating. Bitcoin is the only one that I actually do a DCA in on a regular basis. With Sui and Solana, it's more that I have big bags in DeFi. I'm collecting more Solana and Sui on a daily basis, and then I just add that to my bag instead of selling it. But what I was focused on for this dip were some really good DeFi deals for projects that I wanted to be in on, but hadn't yet been in on. First one is Aerodrome. So Aerodrome, I haven't talked about it on the channel yet before. It is the biggest DeFi play on the Base network, which is the Coinbase chain. Finance. So this is a protocol that I wanted to have part in for a long time. I want to be able to use Base more, and DeFi, I want to own some Aero. And so I used this as an opportunity to get in. If we go to the full-time chart here, it's still not that far off of its all-time high, which it actually just hit only days ago. All-time high is 230. So it's sitting at 160 now. So it's actually not even a huge deal, but it was an opportunity for me to get in. And I did actually hit almost the bottom of it a couple of days ago. I got in at about 133. So it's already back up to 160. You can see it's already regained everything from the dip. So these things happen fast. I'm not saying to go out and buy any of this. I'm just telling you what I bought during this dip. In the comments, let me know, did you buy anything during this dip? Did it scare you at all? Or are you just using this as an opportunity to buy more coins like I did? Anyway, moving along. Next one I bought was Jupiter. So this is a DeFi platform on Solana. It is what I use a lot to do my swapping in Solana. Anyway, it's an unbelievable DeFi platform on Solana. I've used it for months. I've just never owned any JUP. I do think that we are due for a big Solana rally, including all the top projects on Solana. We saw a big run up earlier this year. In April, it hit its all-time high, sitting at 86 right now. So I saw this as an opportunity to start building a bag of JUP. So I did that. So another quick thing I want to mention about Jupiter, because a lot of you ask me about my profit-taking strategies. One of those strategies this time around is taking some profits out of my riskier, smaller alts and putting them into the Jupiter Perps L. So that's JL. I'll probably do a full video on this down the road, but basically what Jupiter Perps LP is, it's a basket of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and a bunch of stable coins. And any profits that Jupiter makes from its trading platform So for me, it's going to be a great way to stay in the market with less risk. There'll be times when I'm totally taking profit, just putting it into stable coins. And there'll be other times when I take profit, but I want to stay in a less risky position in the market. For me, I'm going to be using P. It's a great product. I've been invested in it for a while. You can see from the chart here, pretty much has just gone up, up, and up. Now, there are risks associated to it, so this is not financial advice in any way. I will do a full video explaining exactly how I'm using it and why you might want to consider it, but it's not risk-free, so definitely don't think it's risk-free. For me, I've decided that it's worth the risks, and it is going to be something I use as I take profits through this bull run. Couple other things that I bought over the last couple of days, Thorchain. So this is something I owned in the last cycle. I really like the platform. It's a cross-chain DEX. It's one of the few ways you can trade in and out of into Ethereum or other tokens without actually bridging, having to use a bridge. The ticker for Thorchain is Rune. I've been following it for a long time. I saw it dipped below $5 again, and it seemed like a great deal. It's already back up to 526. If we go to its all-time chart, last cycle, it almost reached $20. Its all-time high was 21.26, but it kind of stayed around the $20 range for a little while. And then you can see it made lower lows going into the crypto winter. A very solid project. If you're looking for something that is lower risk, but has still some big upside in it, this is one that I would consider looking into. And the last thing I bought was Cetus Protocol. This is a DeFi platform on Sui. It's close to its all-time highs. It's down at 35. Its all-time high is at 50 cents. So it's not a huge sale. I just really like it. I'm using Cetus a lot in Sui, so I wanted more of it. What I do with my Cetus is I use it on the platform. I turn it into X. I stake it. That gives me a portion of the revenue of the Cetus protocol. So I used this as an opportunity to buy more Cetus. So that's what I bought this dip. Let me know in the comments. What did you buy, if anything? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think we're going down again? Do you think this is the end of the bull run? Or do you agree with me that this was a buying opportunity? Anyway, that is what I bought during this dip. Moving along to a brand new segment. This is called Introducing a New Altcoin, at least to the Cryptowise channel. As I said at the beginning of the video, I want to talk about as many altcoins as I can on this channel, even if I am not invested in them. One of my pet peeves with other crypto content creators is they really kind of talk about the same things over and over again. I will certainly share my portfolio, which will be a lot of repetition, but I don't want to just stick to that. Today, I want to talk about Hyperliquid. This is a huge project that just did a huge airdrop. In fact, it was the most valuable airdrop in crypto history, which is amazing. Unfortunately, I did not take part in it. Hyperliquid is a DEX. It's a decentralized exchange. It was built by a lot of people who actually used to work at FTX, but hopefully not the people who are running the business, but the devs, because FTX was a really great exchange to use. They saw the downfall of a centralized exchange, obviously the extreme version of a downfall that can happen with a centralized exchange. And crypto is all about decentralization. So I do think that decentralized exchanges that work like centralized ones are going to be the future of crypto. And Hyperliquid seems to be taking charge in that way. For anyone that was using Hyperliquid for a while, I'm not really a huge trader, so I don't use platforms like this, like just using basically DEXs that allow me to swap in and out of different tokens is enough for me. I don't do leverage trading or anything like that. So unfortunately, I wasn't using Hyperliquid, so I didn't get any of the airdrop, but for some who did, it was a very, very profitable airdrop. Basically, it has beat out Uni, which Uni for Uniswap was the previous all-time high for an airdrop. So the Hyperliquid team initially earmarked 310 million HYPE for the airdrop. That's the token HYPE, HYPE. More than 94,000 people were eligible, and the book value of that airdrop was 7.6 billion. Unbelievable. So it beat out Uni, the Uni airdrop. I was part of that Uni airdrop, which was an amazing day. It kind of started airdrops off. It was kind of, I don't think it was technically the first airdrop, but it was the first one that got everyone's attention. It was very profitable for us who got those Uni tokens. Airdrop kind of came out of the blue. They didn't talk about it at all. This was at a time where people weren't using these platforms to gain points or anything like that. One day we had a bunch of Uni tokens in our MetaMask and they were worth a significant amount of money. So congrats to the 94,000 who got Hype, and even bigger congratulations to those of you who held it. Let me know in the comments, did you get any of this airdrop? Because this, not only was the airdrop profitable from the very beginning, obviously, but it has only gone up since then. The token is now up to about dollars, which is very rare for an airdrop not to tank and have a big dump after the airdrop. A lot of people will just collect these airdrops and sell them. We're not seeing that at all with Hyperliquid. You can see that the airdrop happened, I think, on the 29th of November or around there. And it's just pretty much gone up since then. At the time of the airdrop, price was about $5 and we're already up to almost dollars. So you can see why I am not aping into this. It just seems way too risky to be buying at this point. Now, if you're going to be using Hype and you're a big trader and you want to start doing it in a decentralized way, and you're going to use the Hype token to stake on the platform and benefit from the rewards that it gives you for doing that, then, by all means, go ahead and do that. But as a pure investment for me right now, it's not one that I am going to be touching. But I really love that we are moving into this decentralized exchange future. This one looks great. So Hyperliquid is its own blockchain. It's EVM compatible. The other thing about Hyperliquid is that all devs are going to be able to basically build on this layer 1 blockchain, create their own decentralized exchanges, be able to innovate around DEXs and other products, and they will all use the same liquidity. So it's really useful for people who want to build a DEX. One of the biggest challenges or stumbling blocks for devs in building a DEX is being able to attract enough people to build out the liquidity of it. For Hyperliquid, everyone will get to share the underlying liquidity of the blockchain. That is pretty cool. Anyway, they've done a really great job in terms of the airdrop and the launch of this. It's already the number 22 biggest crypto in the space, which is incredible. A fully diluted valuation of almost $30 billion. So it was a huge thing that happened in the crypto market in the last couple of weeks. So I wanted to make sure that I touched on it on this channel. And again, in the comments, let me know, are you using Hyperliquid? What do you think of the platform? You can, on Hyperliquid, get up to X leverage, which is crazy. I would never trade with 50X leverage in crypto. I would never trade with any leverage in crypto. It is so risky. Now, if you're a great trader, more power to you, but that is not my strength in investing, so I stay away. But 50X leverage, very low gas fees, and also you keep your assets in your wallet, which is amazing. You don't need to transfer the assets in and out of your wallet. You can just with one click start trading. And obviously, a decentralized exchange is fully on chain. So all the trades are on chain. That sort of transparency, I think, is really important for the future of crypto. So much sketchiness happens in these centralized exchanges, as we found out with FTX, and we constantly are worried about with Binance and some of the other centralized exchanges. So I love that we're moving in this direction. If you've watched Cryptowise from the very beginning, you know that one of the early projects on Polkadot that we were really excited about was Polkadex, which is essentially the same idea, especially because in Polkadot, all of the different parachains are their own blockchain, and this was going to be a specific decentralized exchange blockchain. Polkadot is still going on. I really wish them well. I hope it does really well. They haven't really fulfilled the potential yet, and the original team ended up leaving. They had a really hard time in crypto winter. They've had a hard time with but now they are implementing the cross-chain technology with Polkadot, and the hyperbridge technology, which allows for decentralized bridging between Polkadot and other chains. So the future might be bright still for Polkadex. I haven't totally written it off, but you can see how in crypto, sometimes the idea is amazing. That was the thing that I really loved about Polkadex when I first heard about it. And then years later, you see something like Hyperliquid basically taking that same idea, but able to launch it in this way that is already the number 22 biggest crypto. I'll be watching the Hype token for sure. It was one of the outliers this week. Here it is, the Hype token up 51% this week. Hit the all-time high at 31. Unbelievable strength off of an airdrop. Goes to show you also there are no black and white rules to crypto. One would have thought that after every airdrop, pretty much almost every airdrop this happens, the airdrop happens and there's a huge crash and then it builds from there because people are being given free money. A lot of people will just dump it right away because they're like, this is free. I got this for free. I'm just going to cash out right now. We saw that with some of the other airdrops this week. Pengu, Magic Eden, both did what the normal thing is, which is the airdrop happens and there's a big dump. That did not happen with Hype. Very, very impressive. All right, guys, that's all for today. I just wanted to share with you what I was buying this dip and touch on Hyperliquid. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment. What did you buy this dip? Let me know. What altcoins do you want me to talk about next on the channel? Also, follow me over on X. The Sui Legend and I are going to be doing a bunch of Twitter spaces over there, so make sure you're following us there. Until next time, I'm Milton saying, oh, and